So I was talking to this friend today. The same friend that I had a conversation with maybe about a month ago, you know, and we were talking about that chemtrail thing. And this person, you know, we just had the earthquake out in California. I hope you guys are okay, right? But this person was, we were having a conversation about, the earthquake came up. And the person was telling me that, and this is their opinion, folks, but they believed, just like the chemtrail situation, they believed that the earthquake was something that was orchestrated by, some authority, some governmental authority or something. And they stirred up a debate between both of us because I think they were trying to test me because they knew that I was going to start up. And they probably had their line of argument put together or something. And so they brought it out, right, about all of this stuff, this new technology, and they gave me all of these points and everything. And, hey, great one. But they gave me a bunch of these points about, what man is capable of. And I've told you guys in several videos, and I'm not trying to pick on that person, but I love these conversations because what they do is they give me an opportunity to understand someone else's reasoning. Another person just like myself breathing the air. And then, I can debate them or give them truth because truth is all I have, folks. We can talk about 100 different things, but in the end, anything I talk to you about it on this level, right? Because I'm being taught by the great ones, folks. On a great one. I'm being taught. And so I understand some things on a level that, man has previously or currently, I'll say, is not grabbing. There's a lot of important things about our humanity, folks. The thing that connects us, that oneness I always speak about, that connects us to everything else in existence because we're all the same, folks. Right? On certain technical levels, we manifest in different ways and we experience different things in different ways. But fundamentally, the energy that powers us all is from the source, the same source, the Most High, folks. Most important aspect. So this person, they reasoned that, they put a lot of their energy and strength into man. What many of you do out there. Anything that happens, they have some certain things that they're trying to develop where they may test. But I want you guys to understand something. Some of the things, and we'll start off, and I'll take you step by step here, but in these examples. But you guys reason that these capabilities that man has, which man does not have, folks, is impossible in some ways. We don't even have capabilities to properly shoot projectiles, like missiles and certain things. They've been testing for years they can't even get a missile to do a certain thing. It can't stay in a straight line. That's why you see all of these crash tests and stuff online and these videos, right, where rockets have, gone into some other space or something and didn't do what they were supposed to do. All right. So they're working on this every day because they have these technical minds similar to yours, and they reason everything with a pencil and a pen. And so what they're trying to do is, and then also there's that intention. It's all relative. The intention of making that rocket is merely to figure out how to suppress another person, folks. See, consciously you're not there. This is what I'm talking about. In every space, when you walk it back, is always lower reasoning in man. So his advancements will be very minimal, at best, because of his inability to reason that God blessing him is prosperity and abundance, folks. So this person was trying to tell me that the earthquakes, I think it was I don't know if it was a 7 point something. I'm not even sure. I need to look it up before I give you the specific figures that your science has put out, right, in the media. But in any event, hey y'all, in any event, there was an earthquake that was a major earthquake. Not sure if property was destroyed, but in any case, I'm trying to make you guys understand that this is all done by responsible hands for reasons that are over your pay grade. You guys move into areas. You're not in harmony with the area, which is being in harmony with Mother Earth herself, whom is a real being, which is why I'm bringing this all up. Because I didn't bring this up to the person. But understand that when we have discussions, they're coming to me from my perspective. They're simply talking to me, framing their argument from third dimensional dynamics, meaning their everyday bullshit and the basis of how they fundamentalize what life really is, folks. So it's all ignorant from that perspective. But they reason that man is strong enough and capable enough to make these things. Man has the intentions to make these things because man has gone into the dark territory, folks. But man will never prosper at these things because the Most High is watching this whole situation. And I keep telling y'all this. Right? I'm in the company of the great ones. As I was speaking to that person, I was in the company of the great ones. This person was completely unaware of the situation. So everything that they were discussing about these things, you know, these earthquakes that man has done, right? Not realizing that the landscape, the very landscape that you walk is Mother Earth. And the great ones, because they're all one, folks. They're in oneness. Because I know these beings, it's really interesting to me. And, you know, I've yet to meet that other person, right? Who can reason my experience, folks. The Most High is real. I give him praise every day because I have seen the Most High, folks. So everything in every way that I reason my life for the rest of my life will be in service to the Most High. I follow the examples of the great ones, folks, who make my air, who make yours, who are greater than me on some technical level, but because of the humility in their hearts that they express to me, you know, out of their devotion to the Most High, then whom am I to not follow that example, folks? It is the greatest example that one of consciousness could reason. It can solve every problem. These conversations we have go into the weeds. We talk about world hunger and all of this stuff. You know, and the person says, and they give me all of these technical reasons about budgets and deficits and why this can't happen and why they can't happen. And that's all bullshit to me, folks. Because I understand the realities of reality. Right? I understand that man has limited his own possibilities. I'm not even trying to entertain that. On every level that I get this enlightenment, and I'm taught on a daily basis, folks, and I'm expanding myself on a daily basis, and I am blessed. Thank you, God, for everything. I reason and understand. I have no problem with nature, folks. You know? Just imagine if man were willing, see that intention again. If man were willing to be in harmony with everything else. Man has a self-serving nature. Therefore, man wants to hoard and acquire for himself. Right? So there are too many of you who are drinking this Kool-Aid and have brought into that. Right? And that is the thing that keeps your vibration stagnant, folks. From the rise. You will have these people online that'll tell you all types of things. You have people who will tell you that, you know, they'll try to give you all of these arguments about why being good, why there's something wrong with being good. And that's insane in itself. As if there isn't enough bad already in the world. The reason why we have to even look towards what good could be or the possibilities is because we have our failure to reason all of the fucking current things that are bad, that are keeping us from that vibration. So one has to logically reason that if you're telling me that, you know, there's something wrong with my grasping onto the possibility of man being good or having good intentions. I have to reason what is your intent. So you understand what I'm saying to you? You're being led over cliffs by people who have self-serving interests, folks. Man has always been a fucking fool. In this time of enlightenment, many of you have been awakened and you realize that man is a huge fucking fool. His inability to let go of those things, right? Anything that puts him in some reign of power over another person and makes him feel so deliciously strong and superior shows that he's in ignorance, because he's missing the true reality. It is quite impossible for me, folks, on any level in my heart and soul and mind and consciousness and physical body, for me to be willing to suppress another person, another being, simply because of my great enlightenment, folks. Simply because of my service to the Most High, folks, who has given me life, folks, who is showing everything in creation humility. Everything is resting in his great hands, folks. So somehow you reason that a heavenly world is boring to you or something. Everything is for sensation, right? Self-serving sensation. Not reasoning that hellish worlds are much worse than your current state of consciousness. And they go lower and lower, folks. Right? When you're seeking to hurt and take from other people and their acquisition to make yourself feel better, you're really an illusion, folks, of reality. It's simple. Man does not have strength on any level. Man is not capable of leaving this material plane of existence that they currently walk on. Talking about man of this caliber, lower man who walks Earth society. Mother Earth is a real being, folks. And I laugh because every single day I'm in the company of the great Mother Earth herself, Honor, who's giving me air, folks, who manifests herself in my material consciousness for me. I am blessed. God has taken back that veil. I tell you guys, I never tell you that I offer the way for that. I'm just a air-breathing, shit-wiping fool. But I have a knowledge or a thirst for that knowledge, rather. My heart is thirsting for that knowledge. I hold on to the Most High, folks, for everything. He is my everything. He is your everything, but that is a fact. See? I'm humble because of my understanding of that, my reasoning. So I don't put all my eggs in a basket and think that man can deliver me. Man cannot. Man is a fucking fool, which is why I keep saying this. Don't you get it? I couldn't get that person to understand this. Man is not capable of much things. Some of the things that they tell you they can do, they're working on things. Yeah, they've done a few little things. You know, advance some type of things that they've done. You know, they've been able to lie to you on certain levels and use propaganda, and those are great things when you think about your whole structuring, folks. Right? When you think about it from that perspective, they have accomplished their goal as of current, because they'll ride this thing out until the end. But I want you guys to understand that the Most High is certainly capable of bringing you your reckoning. He is certainly most capable of resetting the ills in society or anywhere in the universe. Right? He is behind nothingness, folks. He is greater than anything you can ever imagine, because he is all things that you can imagine. Do you hear me? So the best of you guys out there will reason this. Man is not going to deliver you. When you get that earthquake, you need to be calling out to God. I keep telling you this. Right? When you give your praise to the Most High, folks, you are honoring the great ones who are the caretakers, who are the very earthquakes themselves. Now, in your selfishness, you reason, why make an earthquake and mess up my way of life? But you're not even experiencing the abundance and the way of life that you need to, folks. You're not grabbing onto the Most High, folks. He is your way of life. He is your life. So in that selfish reasoning, you reason, why do the air makers, why do they get to give us earthquakes and hurricanes? Not reasoning that there's some component that you fit into this whole equation. You're not seeking that. That is the thirst that you're lacking. Most of you are. See? Now, the best of you out there with that vibration, the people who are waking up, I've met a few of you. A few of you have communicated with me online, some in person. There are people out there, folks, and we're steadily growing. But it's not a lot of us, and it won't be many of us in the end. Right? But we'll be the resetters, folks. The people who are willing to hold on to God because we know He is everything. That's why I talk about it every day. This person told me that, they thought it was funny how every time we have a discussion, I have to bring up some type of spirituality to solve or explain something. And I told them that is the simple truth. You make it more complex than what it is. You try to reason something above your pay grades, other than what you should be actually doing with this conscious experiencing. Learning how to live amongst each other and feeling a higher vibration so that you can live and operate in higher vibrations, folks. This is what this is all about. So I sit in the company of the great ones on a daily basis. And I look at TV and I look at social media and I hear all of these reports about these anomalous things. And guys, we've seen this on this world and we've seen that on that world, and maybe we'll get there. You're not going to get there from some physical aspect, because you're leaving the most important aspect of this all out of the equation. The aspect that gives you life, the aspect that allows you to experience any reality. Through Him, you can unlock all realities, folks. You can be one with the universe, folks. You are blessed. So I feel compelled on a daily basis to explain to you and reason to you, folks. The great ones have shown me they are the landscape. They are currently here as I speak, folks. Not from some technical standpoint of actual, which they are, because they are all of these things. But they are actually physically manifested. And we're one, folks. But really, the true reality of that oneness is my holding on to the Most High. Because He is them and He is all things, folks. Do you get me? It's a simple thing. No man is not capable of doing these things. Man is not capable of the earthquake. You hear this, Mother Earth? And it's so funny. I know Mother Earth personally, folks. She's responsible for the earthquake. You get it? Stop putting your trust in man. It's foolish. Oh, you folks going over to my website, thinkbehavior.info, and pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. Because I do love bad behavior. But, the idea of narcissism and all the stuff we deal with and trying to figure out when is it going to stop and knowing there's a reckoning coming, I can get on board with that. Learning from them, learning how to elevate, right? Learning the greater possibilities that I will be a part of and you in high vibration would be too. That's the best thing. You folks have a great one. We'll be talking soon, but just think about what I said. Just think about it. God is in control, folks. God is in control. Y'all take care.